It's got the quirkiness of AT&T cable lines going through there, of rail lines going through there. It's a facility that predates the Civil War. You know, part of the foundation predates the Civil War. So the challenges of running a modern day manufacturing plant became far too great. We were basically wedging manufacturing lines into this site.
The first thing that we did was evaluate Bordentown. What can we do in Bordentown to preserve that facility, and importantly, to take advantage of the culture that's there?
On May 3rd of 2011, the organization makes an announcement to the Bordentown personnel that they're going to close that facility down. 2 years later, that plant goes to 3 million hours without a lost time accident and has a chance of getting between 3.5 and maybe almost 4 million hours without a lost time accident. I think that speaks volumes about the character of the people in the Bordentown facility.
So as we looked at Bordentown, first thing that we realized was the value of the workforce. Because here's a plant that has its roots going all the way back to the Civil War. As we looked at Bordentown, there was really in the end no way to mechanically fix that operation and make it a cost-effective project. So the alternative became designing a new plant, finding the right location.
The Lehigh Valley operation became the best decision for the grower owners and for Ocean Spray as a company. The exciting thing about being in the Lehigh Valley is there is a lot of manufacturing. There's a rejuvenation of manufacturing that is occurring within the valley.
Here we are sticking shovels in the ground. You look at the senior leadership team, everybody participating. It's a fun day. We've got the local politicians there, everybody's celebrating. What I was thinking was the amount of work that had to be done from that point moving forward.
This facility truly embodies all of the best elements of design that were brought to the table by all of our functional groups through the design process.
As we studied Bordentown, we had a basic layout. We knew that we were going to need 2 high-speed PET lines to satisfy the bottle side of the business and 2 new Tetra lines to satisfy the drink mix box side of the business. We had the principal elements, how we were going to manage the utilities, how we were going to manage the blend deck. We had chosen Crohn's as our machine manufacturer by that time, and we really turned over the design to Crohn's for the line layout and said we want the most efficient line layout for a hot fill line that you've ever done. And they do 38 or 40 lines a year. And they came back to us and told us how many square feet they would need to have the ultimate layout. We had negotiated with Crohn's to have the highest efficiency output for our high-speed line of any line that they've guaranteed in the world.
We'll have 4 manufacturing lines. 2 of those lines will be for the Tetra brick and 2 of those lines will be for PET. The 4 manufacturing lines we have here, they're high-speed lines, and these 4 lines will replace the 6 lines that we have down in Bordentown. We'll be running 125 milliliter, 200 milliliter Tetra brick, and over on the PET side, ultimately we'll be running everything from 10.5 ounce all the way up to 128 ounce.
The first production line is a Crohn's flex line. That line can produce up to 11 different package sizes in different configurations, operates at 350 bottles per minute at 87.5% efficiency. The second production line is a Crohn's high-speed line, which is meant to produce 3 packages, the Ocean Spray 64-ounce rectangular, the Nestle 64-ounce rectangular, and the Ocean Spray 60-ounce rectangular at 400 bottles per minute at 92.5% efficiency. Third line is a 125 ml Tetra Pak production line that is meant to operate at 24,000 packs per hour. And the fourth line is a 200 ml Tetra Pak production line that's meant to operate at 24,000 packs per hour.
These lines are very efficient. They are very quiet relative to a normal beverage plant. The other thing that we've done here that hasn't been done inside Ocean Spray is blow bottles on the high-speed line right in line with the filler. And having the ability to do that is pretty impressive, especially at the speeds at which we're running and the efficiency that Crohn's is guaranteeing. We have a receiving garage where we bring the tankers inside. We have a very safe platform system for the employees to sample the product. And then we have the ability to pump up to 550 gallons a minute. Our company jewels are our ability to blend juices. We're the first company that came out with juice blends. So we've developed that technology, we've developed that culture, that ability to blend multiple flavors of juices. And so that became an important focal point.
Our blending facility is based on really the best practices throughout not only our bottling operations, but our sweet and dried cranberry facilities. So we have, in that case, done a few things differently. We've treated that area more as a prepared food type area, and we've improved our filtration, which we've improved in the blend area and throughout the facility, to bring our air filtration within the plant and in blending to a laboratory grade filtration level. We can pressurize the building, and we can change the air in the building up to 6 times per hour. The blend area has a walk-on sanitary ceiling that allows us to keep all of the iron pipe that provide utilities above the ceiling and only have stainless steel pipe below the ceiling.
The big player here, is our BTUs, our energy transfer systems, being able to heat juice at 500 gallons a minute from 50 degrees to 207 degrees, trim cool it and put it in the bottle at 185 degrees is big. And the fact that we don't use steam. The amount of energy it takes to convert water to steam, the last few degrees, is really wasteful. Pump a lot of energy into the product. By us putting a hot water system in, at 230 degree hot water, contain it so it doesn't flash to steam, control the pressure, control the flow, and reliably deliver 230 degree consistent water to the pasteurizers is a huge innovation for any beverage plant in North America. In fact, this is the only beverage plant that'll be run on hot water instead of steam. And our partners, WEI, the premier energy management company in the world, is making an investment in the utilities of this plant. When they looked at the project, and we actually changed from 3 800 horsepower steam boilers to 7 230 degree hot water boilers midstream. So when we came in and did an energy audit on Bordentown to determine exactly how much energy was going to be required to make 100 million gallons of liquid a year, using steam was very inefficient. And one of the tenets, one of the basis of designs for this plant was that we were going to save $1.5 million in energy on 31 million cases. We wouldn't have been able to do that with 3 800 horsepower boilers. Incredible story for energy conservation. It decreases our carbon footprint, makes us energy efficient, and the equipment required to make hot water requires much less maintenance than steam boilers.
I can't wait for all the grower owners to come and see their new plant. I know we're going to be quite busy trying to get this facility up and running, hitting its stride, but that shouldn't preclude any grower owner from coming in here at any time to take a look at their investment.
I want a grower to be able to come here, to drive by, to point to it and say, I had something to do with that, and I'm proud of it.
We see the growers. It gets back to that anchor, the growers being the anchor. So perhaps subconsciously, a lot of that visibility of what they have to go through, shipping trucks, during growing season, one after the other, getting the fruit out of the bog, so it doesn't rot. You have to work to get that done. And so translate that all the way down to the day we ran CJC in a bottle. It's the same value, it's the same enthusiasm, it's the same engagement.